Family of Holy Trinity by the Lake, it is great to talk to you once again. I have been learning, studying, practicing a whole new experience of my ministry online. Like all of you, I have no choice but to adopt to the new reality that seems to surround all of us. For the mission of the church cannot stop, worship cannot stop, pastoral care cannot stop, the business of the church cannot stop. Like hospitals, care facilities, grocery stores, drugstores, the church is one of the most vital lines that must be connected to God's people. And it is my responsibility to make sure that vital connection continues to be with you and the community. However, like you, there are times I wish I could just be normal or things around me could just be normal. As a matter of fact, the other night, I was working here at the office and I looked around and my office kind of looked like a TV studio. Suddenly I found myself cleaning up the office, taking out the whiteboard along with lights and replacing my furniture back where it belonged, even if it was just for a couple of days. What I was wanting, what I was earning for at that moment was normalcy. And what seemed to us like a very chaotic time in the world. Normalcy is something I believe that we're all trying to seek desperately, and to give us comfort and to give us a moment of peace, to give us back what we had once before. I thought for a moment that I was losing it. Maybe I was going crazy, and none of you try to answer that question because I know good and well what you would say. I know what you're all thinking, but I wasn't. I know that as a priest and a person who helps others during time of need, that what I was doing was quite normal. It's just that when we are dealing with feelings alone, it can be harder to recognize them in ourselves and easier to see and recognize and help someone else. I know that I'm not the only one that feels this way. We all do. I have spoken to so many of you who have called and texted me. We're all seeking normalcy as we are at home cleaning the house, trying our best to work online from home with yelling children or barking dogs, helping our children in their virtual classrooms. Some are just trying to find things to do, trying to find the next big project for the house or the lawn, to conquer maybe the next book they've been wanting to read, or maybe one of those Netflix binging stories. I know we have been isolated from our family, our friends, and everything that we know and what we normally do, and the places where we normally go and love, like stores, restaurants, theaters, or even like the church building. I have spoken to some of you that have let me know how much you truly miss the church building because it is so special in our lives, and it is. Even though we have already heard and know deep down inside our souls that the church is all of us, the people, and this is a true statement. We cannot help but miss the church building itself, for it points us to the one that gives us comfort, peace, and joy, Jesus Christ. As a follower of Christ myself and a clergy member, I want you to know that I totally understand how you feel. As I told a friend the other day, about 10 feet apart, I promise you, the clergy and I have talked and are having a very difficult time as well. I can only speak for myself, but Jonathan agreed that as clergy, this is not just a job to us, it is who we are. It's our identity. And at times, it feels like it's been taken away. I told my friend that for me, to see the empty pews and the darkness inside the church is so hard on us. But not seeing my church family is sometimes just overwhelming. I'm not telling you this to feel sorry for me by any means, nor to compare my story with your many stories. But my point is, I want you to know that you are not alone. Therefore, I am always seeking ways to find Christ around me and in the things that I'm doing on a daily basis, whether it's out in the yard or in the office or writing a sermon. And I need all of you to do the same thing. This is so important. It is so vital. We need to seek Christ because he is the true light of the world. No matter where we are, in our home, in our room, in a retirement center, in a hospital, in a quarantine, it doesn't matter because Christ is there. Christ is present, and we need to seek him so that the light of Christ may outshine any darkness that wants to creep into our minds. It is this light of Christ that brought the staff here at Holy Trinity back together in one of the most difficult times at the church. It is the light of Christ that has helped us move towards our mission. The light of Christ is there for you as well. And as the church family, let us all move our mission of the church together. As I told you a couple of weeks ago, I wanted to keep you all in touch with the godly things that are going on here at Holy Trinity by the Lake. The mission of the church is to keep moving forward, to bring the good news of Jesus Christ into the world with our worship, classes, videos, and lessons. I want to thank so many people that have been joining us for our virtual online worship services. In fact, we have had over 2,000 people follow us over the course of the last 3 weeks of worship alone. That is more than 3,500 viewers if we include the classes. The feedback that we have received from so many of you has been so uplifting, with so many messages of kindness and things that you have shared about your favorite part of the service. We are always continuing to come up with new ways to be able to worship online together so that we may continue to see, receive, and share the light of Christ. I hope that many of you have enjoyed the Lenten series this year. Little did we know that when we started it, this class would one day become a virtual classroom. Education into God's creation and how we can make a difference by participation and being the change is always an important issue. Jonathan did a wonderful job of bringing this wonderful class, and I, for one, am truly moved by it. And I want to say it once again, go Bees. Did you hear me, Vicki? Go Bees. As I said, we are continually thinking of ways for you to feel closer to Christ. And even though he is always in our presence, we are always thinking of new things that we can do to help aid us in our worship as well as our prayer time. Therefore, I've been working throughout the week, actually the last couple of weeks, and I will be attempting over the next few days to make a video of our altar area in the church, so that you may watch it during your personal worship time, prayer time, or if you just want to sit in silence with God. It is my hope that seeing the altar will bring you great peace and happiness as we begin our journey into Holy Week and beyond. As you know, not only do we worship our God, but we also love our neighbors here at Holy Trinity by the Lake, known as the Great Commandment. I know that we all take this commandment very seriously, and we are all doing our part to help our neighbors in need. It is because of all of you that we make this happen, and you make me so proud here at Holy Trinity by the Lake. I want to tell you that you always do. We will continue to help the food banks, Meals on Wheels, Helping Hands, and providing 3 meals a day to our neighbors at Women in Need. I want to thank you continuously for continuing to pledge and to send money that is needed here at the church, because it is needed, as well as helping me with my ministry fund. The giving has been so wonderful, but as promised to be transparent, I need to report that we are down by the giving of $14,000 towards the church budget. If you can give, please do. If you can't, trust me, I totally understand, and so does everyone in the church. If you can give more, that would be appreciated. We want to continue to move the mission of Holy Trinity forward. And again, this can only happen with you, and you are such a giving church. You always have. Now, I'm really excited to tell you about the upcoming Holy Week. I have had a lot of information to give you, but please don't worry, put your pens down now. Everything you need to know about the service will be on the website, Facebook, and Realm, which Amanda McCoy has done a great job updating. As you know, Holy Week is approaching very quickly, and I am looking forward to it as we start our journey towards Easter and the resurrection. The reality for all churches is this year's Holy Week will obviously be different from years past. And that does not mean that it won't be meaningful in our lives, and quite honestly, one I think we will never forget, and I hope is quite special. And seeking that normalcy that we all want, we can look forward to that very familiar story that we all know by heart, that is part of our own story as well. Holy Week is about the distance that God will go to finally be once again with his children. It is about love beyond any of our comprehension, inviting each of us into a relationship with God and making us one body in Jesus Christ, sharing that one body with one another, the children of God. This year, I am excited to announce that we will be sharing our journey towards the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ by sharing the story with a couple of our churches here in the diocese, as well as those who join us online. We will be joining with our sister churches, Resurrection and Ascension, along with their congregation. I am excited that all of us, the clergy, the selected lay readers from all the churches, and of course, all of you, will be participating in the holiest week of our church year. We will start with a service that you will do from home for Monday, Thursday. We realize that Monday, Thursday is such a beautiful, but it's also a very complex service, one that video just can't do justice. Instead, on this Seder meal night, we are asking you to dress in your best and have a meal, whether it's with yourself, like on Sunday, or maybe with family, or if you would like to invite people to join you on video or online, we will be providing you with an electronic copy of the Monday, Thursday service next week. And I'm hoping that whether it's yourself or with many, or like I said, on video, that this will be fun. It will bring you closer to God. It will be intimate and a holy way a Seder meal is supposed to be. Starting at 7 p.m. on that Thursday evening, we will have a video online of the altar of repose here at Holy Trinity by the Lake. The altar will be available online only from 7 till 12 p.m. on Good Friday. We would love for you to sign up and let us know when you will be praying at the altar this year. Your prayers are needed more than ever. The next day, on Good Friday, we will have a video of the Stations of the Cross at noon for you to continue with your journey. This will help prepare us for the Good Friday service in the evening. Holy Trinity will be hosting the Good Friday service at 7 p.m. Again, we will be joined with our partner churches and its clergy and members as we continue to tell the story of the turning hearts and the betrayal of man. The service will be shared with all four clergy and church lay readers for all to watch and experience. The Easter Vigil will be hosted by Ascension, again as an online worship service at 7:30 p.m. This service will once again be shared by all three churches to be prepared as we light the Easter flame and experience the open tomb. Finally, our online Easter service will be celebrated together as Holy Trinity family here at 10:30 a.m. This is our own online worship service, like a family reunion. We're asking that if you would like to, we would love to see people dress up. I think mentally it will help us during this time. And so if you would like to, we ask you to do so. In this crazy time in our lives, let us just put the world aside for a little while and celebrate by joining your Holy Trinity family as we celebrate the broken tomb and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Once again, I want to tell you that the church itself is still moving forward, and we want you to know that we are here for you. Please know that we are ready to assist you if you are in need. All you have to do is let us know. The grocery stores, the pharmacies, the restaurants are doing a fantastic job of delivering your needs to your door. Please use them if you can, for they need your business to make ends meet. However, if for any reason this does not work for you, please let us know immediately in case you are almost out of food, you are in need of medication, or you are sick and you cannot get these items. During these unexpected times, lots of decisions, some popular and some not, have been made for the nation, for the state of Texas, and for our own community. This is no different for the church. As you know, the bishop's directive changes all the time for safety and good reasons. So therefore, I ask you please to continue to pray for the Diocese of Dallas, all the small churches who are struggling, the stress of the clergy of the diocese making quick decisions as the laws and directives change at a moment's notice almost every day. I ask for your prayers for Holy Trinity by the Lake, its family members, as well as the hard-working staff whom I'm so proud. I also ask you to personally pray for me as your rector, that I will continue to listen to God's call, that I will pay attention to self-care, that I will continue to provide leadership and pastoral care to so many people as I provide love and care to the flock that God has given me. Remember, we are family here at Holy Trinity by the Lake, and we are in this together. Again, we will get through this. We will come together once again, and we will celebrate, and I cannot wait for that day. As I said before, think about the party that we're going to have when we all return together. And I want you to really seriously think right now about picking out the outfit you're going to wear and what you're going to bring. I think would make exciting planning. Again, I want you to know that we're all seeking normalcy in our lives, and we want to see things back the way they were. It will happen one day, but just not yet. So continue to seek things in your life that can make you feel normalcy, like seeking God, seeking prayer, seeking each other. Seek friends you have not talked to in years. The bottom line is this: let us be normal, let us be abnormal, let us just be crazy, but let's do it together. God bless all of you, and never forget that I love you all so very much. Good night.